I just love using the crock pot in the summertime. We have been having some hot nights lately. I'm in Northern California and it gets warm, you guys. So I do not want to turn my oven or cook on the stove. So I have been using my crock pot a lot. I'm going to share with you 6 crock pot recipes that are perfect for summertime when you don't want to heat up that kitchen. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. I hope that you love these recipes. They're all huge hits with my family, so let me show them to you.
This is going to be a chicken divan in the crock pot. I love making the casserole version of this, but being summertime, I just don't want to turn my oven on to cook a casserole. So I'm going to use some plain Greek yogurt in this. You can use mayonnaise if you'd like. I'm just trying to lighten it up a bit. So half a cup of Greek yogurt or mayonnaise. I have 2 cans of cream of chicken, and I used 3 diced up chicken breasts for this one. So I'm going to mix together the 2 cans of cream of chicken, the half a cup of Greek yogurt. I'm adding in some curry powder, and I love curry powder. It is just, I think it's delicious. So I'm doing about 1.5 teaspoons. You can do a little more, a little less, depending on how much you like the curry flavor. And then give this a good mix and mix together these ingredients before I add it into my chicken in the crock pot. So give this a good stir. So I'm going to, like I have my diced up chicken breast. Like I said, you don't have to dice it up, but I just love having it nice and already kind of in bite-sized pieces. That's how I prefer it. So I'm going to spread this sauce over the chicken. I'm going to mix it all around and make sure everything's all nice and coated. This is just a really awesome sauce with chicken. So I'm going to cook this, and I'm going to cook it on low, and I am going to, after it's been cooking for about 6 hours, I'm going to give it a stir. I'm going to add in some more of the ingredients as well. So this chicken looks just absolutely perfect. It is awesome with these flavors. So just mixing this up a bit. So like I said, this is a casserole. I usually make this in a casserole version, but it is just so great to make it in a crock pot also to keep that heat down out of your kitchen in the summertime. We are in a heat wave right now, so the last thing I want to do is heat up the kitchen some more with turning on the oven. So I have my broccoli, and I'm just going to kind of push it down into the sauce there. I'm adding in some cheddar cheese, and like I said, I'm kind of lightening up this version. I'm using a fat-free cheddar cheese, but definitely use whichever kind of cheddar cheese you want. So now I have 2 cups of cornflakes, and this is what makes this dish just so good. It gives it such an awesome crunch on the top. I'm adding on a paper towel before I put on my lid, and it's going to collect all that condensation so it keeps the cornflakes nice and crispy. So I'm going to cook this for another hour to soften up that broccoli and melt all the cheese together. So here it is, and got all that condensation caught on the paper towel. So this is so good. I just love making this in the crock pot. It's so easy, and it just turns out wonderful. So I like to serve this. Sometimes you can serve it with a side of rice, but like I said, these are summer crock pot videos, so I'm just going to do a side salad for this one, but you can serve it with whatever your favorite sides are. Rice is really good with this. Cauliflower rice side salad is great. I'm going to be doing a lemon chicken thighs, so like lemons and seasonings with these chicken thighs. It's really great. My whole family loves this one. And chicken thighs in the crock pot they're really just so easy. They turn out amazing. So I have my lemons, and I have some chicken broth as well. So I'm going to squeeze this lemon juice into my chicken broth, and then it'll be ready to add into my chicken. I have some minced garlic. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of minced garlic. Mix this around, and then this will be perfect on top of these chicken thighs. So I'm going to just give this a little pour over everything. I'm going to add some more seasonings as well. I have some salt. I have some cracked black pepper also. I'm going to add in some paprika as well. So I'm just putting a little over each chicken thigh. I have some garlic powder and onion powder. So just season to your liking on how much you want to put on there. So I am going to cook this on low, And look how wonderful this turns out and so, so easy. You basically just set it and forget it, which I just love. I'm gonna serve this with some green beans that I steamed actually in the microwave and some salad. I'm gonna do some meatballs. Meatballs are just a huge hit. These are gonna be some Hawaiian meatballs. My whole family loves meatballs and they are so, so easy. I buy just a big, huge bag of frozen meatballs and we are good to go for a while. I have some drained pineapple. I have some rice wine vinegar. The sauce of this is really, really good. I have soy sauce as well. I'm using 1/4 cup of both of these. I'm going to add in some ketchup. I'm going to use 1/4 cup of ketchup as well. Really easy. I mean, ingredients that I'm sure you have in your pantry already. So this is just really awesome to throw together and you just set it and forget it. And you have a really awesome meatball that is just super, super good. I love dump and go. So just dump all this in. You can cook this on low for 8 hours or on high for 4 hours, whichever you have time for. And look how awesome these are. They're so tender and flavorful and really didn't have to do much work at all for this. So I'm serving with a side of broccoli, and I have been steaming a lot of our vegetables in the microwave this summer. It's just super easy to do. So I'm going to make some stuffed peppers, and I have some foil that I kind of rolled around, and I'm just using this so that my peppers don't touch the water. I poured in 1/2 cup of water on the bottom to steam these peppers basically. So I'm using all kinds of different colors of peppers. Use your favorite. I'm going to scoop out the seeds in the center of each one of these. So I love just mixing up the colors. It makes it just look so pretty. And each bell pepper really does have kind of a different taste. Orange is my favorite. I also love yellow. It has a really good like sweetness to it. And just I like mixing it nice and colorful. It's fun. So I have 1 pound of ground turkey. I have some riced cauliflower. I have this Southwest blend. So like I said, I'm using ground turkey. You can use some lean ground beef if you would like, but we just use a lot of ground turkey. It's just so healthy, so I love it. I have some taco seasoning as well. So this is a Southwest version of stuffed peppers, which I love stuffed peppers. You can really put a lot of different ingredients into them, and they're just always so great. I love that everything is all together. You have your protein and your veggie, and you can add rice or cauliflower rice, and basically you have the whole meal all in one little kind of contained pepper. So they're just really fun, and I love making them. So I am going to add all this mixture into each pepper. If you're going to use ground beef, I would poke a little hole in the bottom of the pepper so that if there's any grease, the grease can drain out of the pepper. This ground turkey, it really doesn't have any grease at all, so I'm not going to poke a hole in the bottom of these. I'm adding on a little bit of Fiesta blend cheese, a little Tex-Mex blend cheese. You can add in just some regular cheddar cheese if you like, or Monterey Jack is great on this one also, but I'm adding on some Fiesta blend cheese, and then these are going to be ready to go. So super easy. You don't have to cook anything ahead of time, which I really enjoy that. So I'm going to cook these on low for 8 hours, or you can cook them on high for 4 hours if you would like. And you have a really awesome dinner ready for you at the end of a long, busy day. So we are really busy in the summertime. My kids have so many activities, and we are just all over the place. So I love having a good meal ready at the end of the day. So I'm going to do some chicken enchiladas. Huge hit. We love anything kind of Tex-Mex style vibe. So anything with the kind of Mexican flavors. So I'm going to cook this chicken. I have 3 chicken breasts for 6 hours on low. So now that this is cooked, I am going to remove the chicken and I'm going to shred it up, and then I'll put it back into my crock pot. But this is really, really easy. It's a really awesome kind of version of chicken enchiladas, and you don't have to make a big casserole and cook it in the oven and heat up that kitchen. So a really good way to make it in the crock pot. So I am just putting this chicken into my chicken shredder. I'm gonna give it a little spin and shred up this chicken, and then after it's all shredded, I will add it back to the crock pot, and then it will be ready to go with the rest of my chicken enchilada ingredients. So I have some tortillas here, I have 3 tortillas, and I'm going to cut them into just some small pieces. I'm kind of making them into triangles now, and then I'll cut them again into some smaller pieces. I'm going to add these tortillas into the chicken, and then I'm going to kind of mix it around so that it's all throughout the chicken. I'm also going to add in some diced green chilies, which I absolutely love diced green chilies. If you want to make this a little on the spicier side, you can do some diced jalapenos. Or you can leave the diced green chilies out altogether if you would like. So I'm going to use about a cup of Monterey Jack cheese because enchiladas are not enchiladas without some yummy cheese. So give this a mix as well. And this is just, it's one of my favorites. I really, really like to make this. It's really great to make for a crowd. Also, if you're having people over, this is just a really great kind of casserole, but in the crock pot, and you can keep it warm, and you don't have to be cooking a lot when you have people over. So that's what I really like to do. So I'm going to add some more tortillas to the top now of the shredded chicken and all the other ingredients. So I have a nice little layer on top, and then I'm going to add on top some green enchilada sauce. I love green enchilada sauce. You can use red if you would like for this, but green is just definitely my favorite. I'm adding on another layer of shredded Monterey Jack cheese, so sprinkle that on top. And this is ready to go again. So I'm going to cook this on low for another hour, and look how amazing that is. So serve it with your favorite sides. We've got a salad and zucchini. It's awesome. I'm going to do some shredded chicken, which I do a lot of, and I have this chicken, and I'm going to use some cream cheese. I'm going to use half of a brick of cream cheese. This is going to be a chicken bacon ranch, a shredded chicken bacon ranch, and we're going to make some sandwiches for this tonight. So this is just really, really yummy, especially in summertime. I have a 1/4 cup of bacon crumbles. So this was cooked on low for about, you can decrease the time if you feel like it's drying out your chicken. You can do 6 hours if you would like, and it would turn out great on low. Or you can do it on high for about 3 hours, and this just comes out so nice and tender. It's so delicious with the cream cheese. But if you find that your chicken is too dry, just decrease the cook time a little bit until you kind of find your sweet spot. So I am just shredding up this chicken and adding it back into the yummy, yummy sauce. So it is just amazing in this sauce. And like I said, I'm going to make some sandwiches out of this. But back in here, I'm gonna stir it all back together, combine it with all that yumminess, all that cream cheese and bacon, and ranch seasoning also. So we have just some little toasted buns. You can use whatever your favorite toasted bun is, or whatever your favorite kind of bread is. This is also really good on top of a salad as well. So I love making a big batch of it. I'm adding on some shredded cheddar cheese. This is ready to go. It is just so, so good. One of our favorites. I hope you enjoyed these 6 crockpot recipes that are perfect for summertime, so you don't have to heat up your kitchen, and they're great for busy nights. Just all are dump and go, easy and delicious. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.